fanfare introductions are so overwhelming that one feels insignificant. Anyway, back with us tonight is a brilliant young man who made his network debut on this show, and a very successful debut it was, too. He hails from San Francisco, and his parents are Japanese. And, so is he. Oddly enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Morita.
Wow, these lights, they make my eyes squint. Oh, look, don't misunderstand me. I'm of Japanese extraction, but I was born and raised around San Francisco, and that just goes to prove that we weren't all made in Japan. Oh, look, I know a lot about Japan. I've never been there before, just happen to look like the rest of them. But I know a lot about Japan. I mean, after all, my folks are from the old country, and I have friends that go back and forth all the time, and they're always telling me a lot of great stories about this beautiful country. And I've heard so many stories about how really great the Japanese woman is as a wife. I went out, I married one. And, yeah, and she's from the old country, you know, schooled in the oldest traditions of subservience to the husband. And I'll never forget the first time I met her. I went up to her, I said, do you drink? She said, hi. I said, would you like a little nip? And I'll never forget the way, the first time I heard her, the way she spoke. I mean, most people think that French is the sexiest language in the world. I disagree. I think it's Japanese. Japanese is the only language I ever heard of where before they even say anything, they go, oh. I remember how, in the beginning, when I first met her, you know, she used to bow in the traditional manner, go around with her little aso. We got married, I found out she couldn't sew anything. And that was a time when she used to bring me my slippers, you know, cook a little sukiyaki in front of me, bring me my favorite cup of sake, curry sake. And that was a time when she was always so quiet, you know, so shy, obedient. Everything I ever asked her to do was always hi, 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 hi. Now, Miss Karate Mouth of 1965. She talks like you wouldn't believe it and argue. Listen, wow. This geisha chick, she argues like an ex-kamikaze fighter to the death. Listen, you got a better chance speaking Yiddish to an Arab. And no matter what she says, it always comes out the same. Gimme, get me, buy me, do me, I want. I thought I finally had her satisfied once. Bought her a mink kimono. Now she wants an American gardener. No, but seriously, you know, there is one great thing about having a Japanese wife, and that is that your mother-in-law lives in Tokyo. Last year, my wife became a baseball nut because, well, she found out that the San Francisco Giants had hired 3 Japanese guys for the team. And I wondered what it was like, you know, spring training last year. I figured it might have gone something like this. Alvin Dark, who was then manager of the Giants, he probably had to make the kids feel at ease, you know. And so he probably got them together and probably spoke to them, maybe a little bit something like this. Okay, now, fellas, I just want you to be yourselves. You play your hearts out for us like you did back in the old country, and everything's just going to be great. Now, I tell you what I do want you to do right now, boys. I want you to listen to a couple of our stars. Now, these fellas make lots of money, and they can help you. First baseman Orlando Cepeda here makes over $50,000 a year. Now, y'all listen to what he's got to say. Orlando, you come on over here and say something to the Japanese boy. Oh, truth, keeper. I think it's a good thing a Japanese boy come and help us and teach us how hit and run and throw the ball slanty. But I don't like talk English language too good, so you guys you listen to Willie Mays, because he make over $100,000 a year, this guy. Hey, Willie, you come say something to Japanese kid. Oh, yeah, baby, that gonna be a crazy gig for you. Look at here, man, I wouldn't jive you no way, you know that. And, of course, with this, the spokesman of the Japanese group, he's got to stand up, speak for himself, right? So he stood up and said, oh, Great Mendez-san, Orlando Cepeda-san, Arvindaku-san, how come you three guys make a nearly $250,000 a year, but you don't know how to talk American like us?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Any aficionado of the art of performing on the high wire will tell you that the number one man in the whole world today in that business is a native of Puerto Rico who is with us tonight. He's celebrated everywhere for his consummate style and grace. And it is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you now the Great Mendez. As you can see, Mendez is far above the people in the balcony. He performs without a balancing pole or net.
If you have hay fever, this may be scary, so close your eyes. Pollen. One weed miles from your house can release millions of pollen grains. In a few hours, some of that pollen can reach you and cause hay fever miseries around the clock. Now open your eyes. That's right, Contact. Contact gives the all-day or all-night relief you need for hay fever miseries. Each Contact capsule contains over 600 tiny time pills. Hour after hour, some Contact time pills dry runny nose. Others soothe itchy, watery eyes. And Contact time pills stop sneezes, too. All work together to give you fast, continuous relief for up to 12 full hours. Contact helps you keep comfortable all day or all night. Contact for around-the-clock relief from hay fever miseries.